Hi everyone, Dave here, and welcome back to The Complete Guide Part 6, and today I present to you F1 World Grand Prix. I'm just changing some of the settings at the moment. I can have my length in miles or kilometers, or my volume in liters or gallons. Okay, on to the controller setup, and once again you can have full analog controls for the steering and for the throttle and the brakes. Okay, on to the player creation screen now, and yes, you can play this game as yourself, which is great news for a lot of people. So we're just going to put in any old bit now into the player creation screen, and it will be on to the next section. And at the moment our team that's selected is McLaren, which is the default from the start of the game. Okay then, on now to some sound parameter options. We can have the volume, which is set at 50 all the way up to 100. We can have it in stereo or mono, and in the animated menus we can have fixed views, or we can have animated sequences, and in the team selection we can have a menu or a 3D showroom. Okay then, it looks like we're going to be doing a quick race because unfortunately there is no arcade mode in this game, so we're going to do Australia and just a few laps to see how we do. Okay, I have never ever played this game. I saw some of the reviews when it first came out that said it was pretty awful, so I never actually got round to it. So this will be the first time I should be playing this game. This game was released by Eidos Interactive, famous of course for Tomb Raider, but was actually developed by Lancor. Now, if anyone still has a Mega Drive sitting in their loft, Lancor will be very familiar to you because they did develop quite a few Formula 1 games back in the day, including, I do believe, Nigel Mansell's World Grand Prix or something like that anyway, which is actually about 5 foot away from where I'm sitting right now because I still have a copy. Now, this game is a port. Let me explain what that means. This game was developed for the PC and then was ported over to the PlayStation. Basically what they do is just change the operating system and the language so that the PlayStation can understand the code. Now, unfortunately, when that happens, some of the graphic specialities that the PlayStation can produce are not brought over from the port, and usually results in a poorer product overall. Okay then, let's see what we end up with. This game was released on November the 30th, 1999, and features the 1999 season. And oh my bloody good gold. Okay, it happens to be raining, which is not a very good start, as the 5 lights go out, and once more it's time to say go, go, go! And it's off we go. Now, I have heard from other people that this game's handling is pretty atrocious, so I don't even know if I'm going to get round the first corner. I'm battling with a Jordan and I've got a Ferrari in front of me, but oh my goodness, I do manage to get round the first corner without binning it straight into the gravel. Well, what can I say? Actually, I have to say the handling at the moment doesn't feel that bad. I have got it on the arcade simulation at the moment, because that is the default that comes with the game, but I have to say it's not that bad. It is one of those games though where you have to really concentrate on your steering inputs, your throttle inputs and your brake inputs, and one tiny little mistake and it always feels like you are going to go off the road. And I say this is just the arcade handling, so I don't know what the difference is between that and the simulation handling is. Of course, this is Australia, and as you can see the graphics are, well, they're pretty bad. I think a lot of that though is the result of it being ported, but don't forget this was made 2 years after Formula 1 97, and I have to say it actually looks worse than Formula 1 97. The rain effect, as you can see, is heavily pixelated. Anyway, let's go back to the race options now. As you can see, you've got Grand Prix, parameters and team. Let's have a look at some of the other things. You've got the race parameters. You can have it as novice, standard or expert. You can have your category as realistic, random, or category 1, category 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now what this means is that the cars are divided into categories. You've got 5 categories. The worst cars are in category 5. The fastest cars of course are in category 1. You could have your fuel and tyre usage on, off or relative, or realistic as well. You have the behaviour as arcade or simulation. I was using it on simulation. And you can have the number of cars to 22 to 3. Okay, on to the teams you can drive for. You can drive for McLaren. You can drive for Ferrari, with being Eddie Irvine's teammate. You can also drive for Williams, of course, in their red livery for 99, and you can drive with Ralf Schumacher. You can also drive for Jordan with Heinz Harald Frentzen, and you can drive for Benetton with Alexander Wurz as your teammate, and you can drive for Sauber with Pedro Diniz, and of course Arrows with Tora Takagi, or Stewart with Johnny Herbert, and Prost with Jarno Trulli, or Minardi with Marc Gené, and of course BAR with Ricardo Zonta. Okay, so that's your team selection. Now onto the team information, and this gives you an absolute plethora of information regarding everything to do with the team that you selected. We've selected, of course, Ferrari. As you can see, the chairman is Luca Di Montezemolo, of course, in 1999, and managing director was John Todt. There's information that you ever need to know about Michael Schumacher, about his debut in 1984, I think, and of course Eddie Irvine as well, born in 1965 from Northern Ireland. And there's some information about the car. Look at that carbon fibre and honeycomb composite structure. It's got a Ferrari 048 V10 in it, and its instrumentation is by Magneti Marelli, and hopefully that'll be the last time I ever say those two words in one of my videos. But it's all there, the information that you're never gonna need ever. Look, the brakes are by Brembo. Fantastic. Also information about the engine. Look, it's a Ferrari 048 V10. Wow. Okay then, on to the next section that you can use in this game, and we're going to see the tracks that you can play are Australia, Brazil, San Marino, Monaco, Spain, Canada, France, Great Britain, Austria, Germany, Hungary, Belgium, Italy, Europe, Malaysia and Japan. Okay, we're going to do the Monaco test now. Yes, it's time for the Monaco test. You can do 5 laps, 3 laps, all the way up to 10 laps, I do believe. Then it goes 19 laps, 39 laps, which is half race distance, 58, which is 75% race distance, and 78, which of course is the full distance. You can have your gearboxes auto or manual, braking assist on, steering assist on, damage on or off, and repositioning for the car. Okay, this is the garage menu. Wow, look at this animated garage. Look, the fuel man is going in. How much fuel do we want? Well, of course, this is in gallons. We're only going to do a 19 lap race, so I put in 11 gallons. And now we can adjust our gearbox settings. Look at this. This is fantastic. I've never seen this before in a Formula 1 game. Look, you can actually change the ratios for your gearbox, which usually in F1 games completely cocks up the handling of the car. Okay, now we're on to, what are we doing now? The springs. Look, we can make the springs go soft or hard. Oh my god, it's all there in this game. And the wings you can adjust as well. You can adjust the front and rear wings. We're going to be at Monaco, so it's on 6 at the moment. We're going to ramp it up to 9. Does it go any higher than 9? No, up to 9 for the wings. Very high downforce, and the man's going to do the rear wing as well. Okay, then it's on to the race we go. And yeah, there it is. It's Monaco. It's Dave commentating. And actually it doesn't look that bad. I don't know. Anyway, the 5 lights go out and it's away we go. We've started randomly. I think I'm in 3rd place. We've got the 2 McLarens, of course, right in front of me as we come down now to the first corner. Oh my god, there's almost contact with the McLaren, but I've got to hit the wall. As we climb the hill now, as you can see, the sunlight reflections are reflecting onto the car. And oh my goodness, where is the speed? Where is this? It looks like we're going at about 2 miles an hour, but I am actually going at full throttle. Yes, full throttle. Okay, so the graphics actually for Monaco don't look that bad. There is very little pop-up. Oh, there seems to be a huge building missing on the left-hand side there. As we go into the casino section. Well, I have to say, oh look, it looks very, very bright and colourful actually as we go down there. But that's possibly the problem. It looks very, look at those trees, they look very, very arcadey as we go round into the tunnel section now. Well, the tunnel on this game is very, very well lit, as you can see, and you can see right out into the sea. You've got the boats in the harbour, and oh, it's quite glorious actually. But there's a serious problem with the speed that this game is running at. It's running very, very slowly. Okay, I did go and check out the differences between the simulation handling and the arcade handling, and all I can say is in simulation mode, if you actually touch the edges of the curb or into the grass, you do actually spin out, which you don't seem to do with the arcade handling. Apart from that, I can't really tell any differences between the two handling models. Okay, on to the views now. As you can see, this is the next view you can get, which is slightly zoomed out. This says it's the cockpit view, but it isn't the cockpit view. This is the view where you can't see the car whatsoever, and actually makes it very, very difficult to know your position on the track. But this, of course, is the cockpit view as we climb up the hill, and it's quite good, I have to say. It's very, oh, look at that, I've just been passed by Eddie Irvine. Fantastic, my teammate in the Ferrari. And yes, the cockpit view is not bad at all, but it's still got that very, very chronic issue of being very, very slow. Very, very slow indeed. Anyway, time to test out the damage model. Oh my god, I've just hit the Jordan straight up the Jack Jones, and it looks like he's slowing down. He's going to come into the pits. No, he isn't going to come into the pits. Okay, well, I'm going to come into the pits because, as you can see, I've got damage to my front wing. Let's see what the pit lane is like in this game. Is there any pit crew? No, there's no pit crew. It's just a standard statistics screen which tells you all the things that you can adjust on the car. Okay then, so we're going to say yes, yes, yes. And there you go, the pit stop is done, and we rejoin the field now, currently in 15th position. I can also confirm that on the shorter races, none of the other cars actually pit. I did go up to a 50% race and I still didn't see the cars pit, so it looks like it's only going to be a 75 or full race distance that any of the other AI cars actually make a pit stop. And I've come out of the pit lane and my tyres feel like absolute jelly. I don't know whether it's because they're cold, and I've gone straight into the back of a Prost, and he's waggling about like a duck. I don't know what he's doing, but yes, I've gone into the back of a Prost. Anyway, my tyres seem to have warmed up now as I've crashed into the Prost once again. I am, of course, checking out the damage model of the car as a Minardi passes me. How dare you? You cannot pass a Ferrari, it's in the rules. Anyway, I'm just checking out the damage model. I'm just sort of sitting here and seeing what the actual AI cars do. They sort of jostle around and try and get past you now. Now we're going to go straight into the back of a BAR. Oh my god, we've blown him up. That's a huge accident. That's a huge accident. I'm sure we need to have the safety car for that one, but unfortunately the safety car is not in this game, and all the other cars are basically trying to push me. Oh my god, the BAR is dematerializing into outer space. He's gone, and the other cars are trying to get past me. We've got the two McLarens now who are just basically shoving me out of the way. Yes, there's no safety car. There's no actual yellow flag, actually, as you can see, that's come out. No yellow flag at all. Anyway, we accelerate a little bit forward now. I've gone straight to the back of Eddie Irvine. How extremely careless of me. And oh my god, look at that. Eddie Irvine is completely blown up, and we've got serious damage to our rear wing now. Serious damage to the rear wing. We're going to have to pit for that. Look, the front wing's gone, and oh my god, we're going all over the place now. We've got a tyre that's almost cream crackered as well. Oh, it's all going wrong. But anyway, I carried on with this, trying to get as much damage as I could, and unfortunately I've got a tyre that's now gone. Yes, I've got a tyre that's gone. I've been crashing into all the cars, but that's basically it. You can even drive backwards around the circuit and you don't get disqualified, which is rather disappointing, it has to be said. Okay, so is this game compatible with the PlayStation 3? Yes, this game is 100% compatible with the PlayStation 3. Is it worth buying? Well, once again, you can pick it up for about £1 on eBay or Amazon, so it's entirely up to you. So this was F1 World Grand Prix, the 99 season, and as you saw there, F1 2000 is the next game in the complete guide. Thanks for watching, everyone. There will of course be more later.